What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne, and this is Blackboard Gaming, where I teach you about all these great board games that are out there, waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya, complicate ya.
Welcome back. I hope you guys had a great holiday. So, in the last video, Alicia and I talked about our favorite games that came out in 2020 that we both played and enjoyed. In this video, I want to talk about some of my favorite games of 2020 that came out that I have yet to play with my wife for different reasons. Mostly because we haven't had a chance to get it to the table, but there are some exceptions. So, let's get to it. The first game I want to talk about is Forgotten Waters. Now, Forgotten Waters is a game I got earlier in the year, and in this game, we're cooperatively playing as pirates, going out on an adventure across the open sea. And the game comes with an app. There's great voice acting. It's a story-based game. It's like a choose-your-own adventure. And there's voice actors that read the story for you, which I recommend. That's the best way to play because they do such an excellent job. And it really immerses you into the game. You're cooperatively trying to do these 5 missions at the same time trying to move your own backstory along rather. So you have created your name. You could just choose your name, or you could randomly roll the dice and pick a name out of the book. In my first game, my name ended up being Corpse Face Irma, which I thought was really cool for a pirate name, even though it's a female name. Now, like I said, this game is gorgeous to look at. It comes with this book that you're turning the page to go on the adventures, and the art on every page is so great. It's gorgeous. So, I want to introduce this game to my wife, but she no liking the pirates. She said pirates are the carjackers of the sea. So, hey, I'm going to keep trying because I think she will have a great time. Now, and that's Forgotten Waters. Now, the next game I want to talk about is a game that also comes with an app. And that game is called The Search for Planet X. In this game, we are astronomers trying to find this mysterious planet out there in the middle of space. And we're using the app to give us clues of where certain things are, like comets, dwarf planets, asteroids. And we're using those things to kind of show us where Planet X could be. And like, we're writing this stuff down, taking in the clues, watching what everybody else does, what actions they take. And then we're turning in theories, like we think a comet is in this sector or an asteroid is in this sector. And whoever finds Planet X, they'll get a lot of points, but that don't necessarily mean that you will win the game because maybe you did a great job finding everything else. So this game reminds me a lot of one of my favorite games called Cryptid. And I introduced my wife to Cryptid, and she wasn't feeling it. And I think it's because in Cryptid, in order to find out where the cryptid is, you have to find out everybody else's clue. Whereas in Search for Planet X, you're going to the app and writing down the clues there. So I think this one would be a little bit easier for her. So I got to get her to the table to try this one out. I think she would enjoy it. And that is The Search for Planet X. Now, the next game I want to talk about is a game called Tekhenu, Obelisk of the Sun. Now, this game is set in Egypt, and it's a dice drafting game where we're drafting dice to take these actions around this obelisk. And like I said, we're working with the pharaohs, trying to build up the city, trying to make our population happier or grow our population. And you're drafting the dice, but you have to be careful because some of the dice is tainted and then some of the dice is pure. So you got to try to find some kind of balance because that affects your turn order for the next round. Now, this game might be a little bit heavier for my wife. And for her to play a heavy game, it has to be a theme that she's really like attracted to. So I have to be aware of that. But this game is really, I played it with my game group, and it's a really great game. So that's Tekhenu, Obelisk of the Sun. Now, the next game I want to talk about is a game called Paleo. Now, Paleo is a cooperative game where it is set in the Stone Age, and we are cavemen trying to just make our way. We're discovering things, getting food, trying to survive through the night, and it reminds me of a streamed down Robinson Crusoe, which is another game me and my wife love. But what I like about this win condition is you have to complete a cave painting so that people in the future know that you existed. And I love that part of the game. So we have to get that. We haven't got that to the table yet. And I think she would really like this game. This is a really good game, and that game is Paleo. Now, the last two games I want to talk about are kind of like I've only played them within the last month. The first game is a game called Dune Imperium. I know nothing about the Dune mythology or the movies or whatever, but when I played this game, I really enjoyed the mechanics. It's deck building mixed with worker placement, and it has a little area control, which I've never been a big fan of area control games, but this one does it really cool. It's not the main focus. It's more the deck building and the worker placement. And to combine those two, it's just really, really nice. I like it. And the board, it's a desert planet. You know, I'm really big on components, so this one is lacking a little bit, but I'm able to look over that. And that's Dune Imperium. Now, I don't know if I'm going to bring this one to the table with my wife because Dune Imperium can be a little mean with those intrigue cards, and I don't like being mean to my wife. You know, she's just not competitive like that. You know, and I don't ever want to make her feel like, you know, like, oh, this game is mean, you know. So maybe one day, we'll see. Now, the last game I want to talk about, up to 2 weeks ago, if you had asked me what my favorite game of 2020 was, I would have said, hands down, Calico. But then I played this game, and played this game, and continued to play this game over the last couple weeks. And that game is Lost Ruins of Arnak. Now, just like Dune Imperium, it mixes deck building with worker placement. But unlike Dune Imperium, like I said, I don't know anything about the Dune mythology, but I really was attracted to the theme of this game. I'm a big Indiana Jones guy. When I first got into video games, I played Tomb Raider religiously. You know, so this game just reminded me of that. And it immerses you into the game with the components, with the art. I mean, it's just, you're discovering these temples, and you have to deal with these guardians. You have to get items and find artifacts and move up the temple track. And there's so many ways to score in this game. And this game just hits all my buttons. This game is probably going to be the next game that I introduce to my wife. And I think she will really like it. So, there you have it. Those are some of my favorite games of 2020. If I was to, like I said, make a top 5, I think I would go with Lost Ruins of Arnak, be my number 1. Number 2 would be Calico. Number 3, probably Fort. Number 4, Forgotten Waters. And number 5 would be Tekhenu. And like I said, let me know in the comments what were some of your favorite games of 2020 and why you liked them. If you like the content of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. And like I said, I'm Dwayne, going into year 2021 with you, and hope you stay with me. And this has been Blackboard Gaming. I will see you next time.